On the banks of the Loire, Leonardo da Vinci is at home. The most famous artist of all spent the last 3 years of his life in Amboise. Numerous people try to keep this incredible heritage alive, including these 450 volunteers. Every year at the chateau, they work on a show dedicated to the Italian genius's stay at the court of King Francis I. Rehearsals take place in the council chamber. Florence Montero directs the troupe.
And 2. Ladies forwards. I teach them the dances. I'm not qualified. I just pass on what I know. Now men forwards. I started as an extra when I was a little girl. Then I learned the dances. And 1, 2, 3, 4. The dances were found in a register written in Old French, which we had translated so we could recreate them. And do-si-do.
The volunteer actors rehearse all winter. In the summer, they bring the chateau back to life, with the royal balls held at the time of Leonardo da Vinci. A few hundred meters away from the chateau stands le Clos Lucé, the artist's residence. This manor house is entirely dedicated to the memory of the genius, notably the kitchen where the chef, Stéphane Saussin, prepares typical Renaissance dishes.
What's cooking today, chef?
Today we've gone for creamed cauliflower with orange and turmeric, a starter that King Francis I was fond of.
The chef poaches the cauliflower in orange juice with a pinch of turmeric. He has set himself the challenge of bringing forgotten recipes back to life.
It starts with personal research, reading. I scour all the libraries for recipes.
It was in this room that the master of the house took his meals. The chef has discovered that towards the end of the painter's life, he asked his cook for light meals.
It started with white meats and vegetables, then broths, and towards the end, just fruit.
A stone's throw from le Clos Lucé, in the belfry of the town church, Florence Montero visits her troupe's seamstresses.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, Florence.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks.
She's removing all the beads. Because we're having the dress cleaned.
We'll have that one cleaned.
Can't you leave the pearls on when it's been cleaned?
No, because the dry cleaning substance damages the beads. All the gold comes off.
Her neighbour's doing the opposite. The jacket's already been dry cleaned. She's sewing the beads back on.
They were removed, so she's putting them back.
Right.
That's why our costumes are so beautiful.
Patching up, darning, mending, stitching. These volunteers make and maintain the hundreds of costumes worn during the show at the chateau.
It's lovely.
For sure.
While the inhabitants of Amboise keep Leonardo da Vinci's heritage alive, at the Château de Chambord, researcher Eric Joanneau continues to search every nook and cranny for the slightest trace of the master's influence. Did da Vinci inspire this chateau constructed after his death? The investigation begins in the stairwell of the keep.
All you see here in the staircase points to Leonardo's sketches for staircases, which were often just inventions and not necessarily deployed. But at Chambord, we not only have a double staircase, but a staircase that was placed in the center of the building, making a kind of stage for the court.
An interesting resemblance. But that's not all. there could be another indication of the master's influence.
The most characteristic thing about Leonardo's drawings that's found in Chambord's architecture is the interior layout of the main building, the keep.
A floor plan in a Greek cross with equal wings.
All his life, Leonardo was obsessed with sketching geometrically perfect edifices, notably centered churches. So perhaps Leonardo designed the first Greek cross floor plan for a civil edifice.
Was Leonardo the inspiration behind Chambord? There are suppositions, but no actual proof. But the story doesn't stop there. During World War II, the Mona Lisa was hidden here in the chateau. The world's most famous painting wouldn't return to the Louvre until 1945.